Wise Pineapples. Do you celebrate random anniversaries like, the first time you saw a concert, or maybe the anniversary of the first time you tried guacamole? By the way, for me, that was only 2 years ago. I love guacamole now. Crazy, right? This week, I am celebrating a huge 35-year anniversary, and it got me thinking. Maybe this story could help and inspire you too. So, today we are time traveling, one of my favorite topics. But before we begin, I have a question for you. If you had the opportunity to go back in time 10, 15, or even 20 years and give your younger self one piece of advice, something that could change your future right now, would you do it? Welcome to the Yes Show. I'm your host, Christine Trippy. Each week, we'll explore the life-changing power of saying yes, along with hotel leadership made easy. Get ready for inspiration, fun, and sweet hospitality. Let's go. Well, Wise Pineapples, what did you say? If I'm a guessing girl, and I am, you just said yes. So if you did, what would it be? What would you want your younger self to do differently? And how would that decision help the you of today? Pause the podcast for a moment and really think about it. What would you want you to do? It's fun to imagine, isn't it? But it also can be very frustrating because, well, we can't go back. But here is the exciting part. We might not have a time machine to revisit the past, but we do have the power to shape our future. Starting right now, we can do something that our 10 plus year older selves will thank us for. Think about the power that you hold right now. If you wish you could go back and change something, guess what? You can for your future self. So, what do you want for yourself in 10, 15, 20 years? Do you want to be healthier, in a higher role, self employed, have glowing skin, amazing relationships, or a well padded retirement fund? What gift can you begin giving your future self right now? When I reflect on my journey, I realize that if I had kept shooting on myself over all those years and playing it small and staying in my comfort zone and thinking, I can't work in a hotel, I can't be a GM and do budgets, I can't write a book or start my own business, I can't stand on stage, well, then I wouldn't be right here where I am today. And I wouldn't be running my own business and speaking to thousands or riding along with you each week on this podcast. It all happened one yes at a time. So, as I reflect on my big anniversary this week, I ask myself, where would I be had I not made that decision 35 years ago? Are you ready to know what it was? Okay, here we go. 35 years ago, I quit smoking. Yep, I know it. Me. Can you believe it? Can you even picture me smoking? Most people that find out I smoked, they're like, I can't even imagine that. I know, me too. It blows my mind. Now, I was a smoker, a real smoker. Newport 100s. I smoked about 2.5 packs a day. I was a smoker. Here is how it all went down. It was March 21st, 1990, and I was in the break room at the Crown Plaza Hotel, and I had one cigarette left in my pack. Yep, back then we could still smoke inside the hotel. Isn't that wild? I took that last cigarette out of that pack and I held it in my hand and I said, this is the last cigarette I'm ever going to smoke. And you know what? It was. Say it with me, everyone. Ooh, fabulous. Now, this week, looking back, I realize that was truly the greatest gift I ever gave myself. It wasn't getting married to my honey bun. It wasn't having my kids, because you know what? None of those things would have happened had I not quit smoking. You see, back in 1990, when I met that sweet honey bunny, AKA Mike Trippy, and he was a non smoker. And at first, I just didn't smoke around him. But then I had a moment of truth. I'm not being the real me when I'm with him. Hmm. I had two choices: say goodbye to my honey bunny, this amazing person, or quit smoking. And thank God I had the strength to do the hardest thing I have ever done: quit smoking. And seriously, it was the hardest thing I've ever done. I did not want to even be alive if I couldn't smoke. I would go to work, I would get my shift done, and I would literally go home to my little apartment and I would get in bed. I just didn't know how to be alive without smoking. I think I was more addicted to the physical aspect of it than the actual chemical aspect of it. That decision truly changed everything. If I hadn't quit smoking, one, I never would have married Bunny. I know that. I probably would be have been divorced 3 times by now, and I'm not even kidding about that. I never would have had Samantha and Spencer. My career, I truly believe it would be completely different than what I'm doing right now. I might have been aging drastically different, coughing constantly. I had a smoker's cough back then. Can you imagine what 35 years more of smoking would have done to me? And struggling with my health? I doubt that I would have started running, completed a marathon, or hiked all those trails and mountains, or lived the adventure-filled life that I do right now. I know that my life would be entirely different and not for the better. That one yes changed my entire future and everyone that came along with me. So to me, I say, happy quit smoking day. Now, let me ask you, what was the greatest gift your younger self ever gave to you? Hmm. And more important, what gift will you give your future self starting today? The past is gone. The future is uncertain, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present. Right now, in this very moment, you have the power to time travel. Will you take it? If you would like to share with me what that is, I would love to hear it. DM me or email me. I would love to hear what you're going to do for your future self. And if you do, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do for my future self. How fun is that? Now, I want to just say something real quick. There is something that I have done recently that my future self will thank me for never doing it again. And I'm not ready to share that with you, but stay tuned for another solo episode coming soon. And I think I'll be ready to share it then. So stay tuned, and I can't wait, I think, to share it. All right, my friends, I'll see you next week, same place, same time. Thank you for joining us. And if this impacted you, inspired you, let me know and share it with someone. Let's inspire them too. All right, everyone, have a great week. That's a wrap for today's show. Say yes to taking action and changing the world one yes at a time. And oh, my friend, will you say yes to review, like, and subscribe? The more yeses you give, the more juicy goodness I can bring to all of you wise pineapples. Cool or cool?